Hey tubes, Jonathan's wrong here. Truth on a budget. So, I want to talk about the whole gay agenda some more because it's a huge issue. Now, here are some logical conundrums. Now, if they just want to be left alone and do their own thing, why are they so intent on educating everybody? Why are they so intent on like making everyone else gay? Like, why is it such a big deal that everyone has to accept them? You know, like if they just want to be left alone and like do their own thing, why does it have to be in our face? You know, you can't do that about being a Christian. You can't go around trying to educate people about Christ and wanting people to become Christians. No, then you're a crazy zealot fascist. But if you go around trying to make everyone gay and trying to make everyone okay with like everyone being gay, you're just progressive. Clearly doesn't make sense. And now we have this whole tranny thing, which is disgusting. Trannies are gross. I pity the post-op because they've gone through with a horrible mistake and they permanently mutilated themselves. And a lot of them have regrets about it, but they're clowns, especially the female ones. They're clowns. They're literally clowns. This tranny friggin' power hour that they're doing for the schools, where the trainees hip scouts Smith. That dude's a clown. He looks like a clown. He's a mockery. He's a mockery of women. They're acting like stereotypical bubble-headed women with ridiculous face makeup, and they're a mockery. And we're just supposed to accept that and like let those freaks around our kids? No way. Now here's a little story from my little trip up to the gay farm. There's this kid there. He was bi-ish. Nice kid. About my age. And he told me this story about he was seeing a shrink. And this story broke my heart. And he would never understand why it would. Now, apparently he told the shrink that he was in love with her. And she said, "No, you're gay. You're definitely gay. You're just transferring that, and I'm gonna transfer something onto you." This is the language she used. And she gave him a bunch of music to listen to, and then he realized he was gay. How sad is that story? That bitch literally cast a spell on him and made him gay because he was on the ropes. That's crazy. That's sick. That's a sick thing. That's a sick thing that shrinks do. I've had a lot of girlfriends that go to shrinks, and all they do is they justify your behavior. It's like, oh, you're just sleeping around because you're acting out. You're just acting out. You have you have borderline personality disorder, and you're breaking your boyfriend's heart, who loves you to death because you're acting out. And here are some pills. And what does that solve? Nothing. They're never told to like look inward or that there's something wrong with them. They're just, something made you this way, and it's not nothing's your fault, even if you pull the trigger, and blah blah blah, and it's just not cool what these monsters do to people. They're all a bunch of perverts. Historically, they're all perverts and cokeheads and child molesters and sexual deviants and everything else. They're all weirdos. They all hate God. And we're supposed to get advice from these people? It's insane. So they're just forcing this garbage down our throats. Gay men want to make other men gay. especially if you read their publications and stuff. Like I've seen some stuff where they talk about like, oh, we're literally gonna get them while they're young, and we're gonna make them gay, and they'll show them. Seriously, it's like the whole feminist thing where it's like we don't need men, we're better than men, and we could do it without them, and they're inferior, and this and that. How does that help anything? How does that improve anything? How does that make anything better? Are you kidding me? Just garbage like that just makes an enemy. It's clear, and you're clearly attacking them. So what does that solve? You know, it's because they go after these people with problems and chips on their shoulders and like inferiority complexes and like, you know, identity crises and just all sorts of issues. And they get all these mentally ill people and they empower them. And they tell them that not only are they right, but they're brave and powerful and strong, and they should let their voices be heard, and that they're powerful and heroes, and should have pride, and all this other garbage. And it's just you know, it's just a sick tragedy. And it's so funny how something as seemingly innocuous, you know, there's the whole just hey, this is America. Let people do what they want behind closed doors as long as it's not hurting anyone else, which I used to believe in. One of the last things I came around on was the whole gay agenda. But after I researched it, it is an attack. It's an attack on the family. It's an attack on the man, and it's an attack on the woman. And it's just to divide the family. Aleister Crowley said that the family's public enemy number one. They want to abolish the family and making everyone like a friggin' gay, pedophile, you know, rock marrying, you know, chaos theorist is just, you know, feeds right into things. Then you give people too many options and tell them it's okay. Tell them it's, do whatever you want. Then, you know, temptation becomes the norm, and it's just everything will eventually become a sexuality. Just like I said before, and a lot of my subs immediately looked into it, and the word pedosexual is a word. That's an actual word, which means it's only a matter of time until it's just like it's that's okay. And then what? You know? But then who's protecting who at that point? It's just gruesome. It's sad. I don't like all these new cop cars in this town, like not looking like cop cars. The SUVs are all black, and then the writing's like a dark gray, and then the cruisers are all like a dark gray, and the writing's black. They have no top lights at all. You can't even tell they're a cop car except for the heavy duty grill things they have on front. Anywho, this is a serious issue, and it was sold to us as, you know, no big deal. Let them do what they want. But if we're just letting them do what they want, why does it have to be in our face all day, every day? Why does everyone have to accept it? Otherwise, you're a bigot. I watch videos all the time from like things I like What Culture, and they're always on about the gay stuff all the time, and it just makes me crazy. It's like, shut up, you know? Like, just, if it's not a big deal, then don't talk about it. But I don't know. They've also changed over the definite year or so. I think they're, you know, think everyone nowadays on especially YouTube and stuff, they're getting the memo. You know, play ball or you know, you're gonna get demonetized. You know, just like any church that takes the tax-free status. You know, you gotta make sure you're preaching what the state wants you to preach. Otherwise, you lose your funding. I feel like a lot of people, because they just, I don't know. Their heart doesn't seem into it as much. You know who else has changed drastically? James Rolfe of Angry Video Game Nerd. Though nowadays it's kind of, I can't watch too much of it because there's just too much dirty language. It is still kind of funny sometimes, but something happened to him. I don't know. Something's weird about James Rolfe. He's not quite the same. And there's a lot of guys out there now who just like aren't the same. I don't know. I mean, he made it, and he went to Hollywood and everything, so maybe they friggin' brain swapped him, who knows? They do whatever they do. They do whatever they do to people. Anyway. Yeah. Thoughts, comments, questions, concerns, yada yada yada. Like, share, subscribe, yada yada yada. Everyone have a beautiful day and God bless.